It's not that that person changed, I changed. And then whatever I was manifesting became an energy and match to my desires. And it's important to note as well, this whole journey that I've personally been through with Rita isn't just about money or love, or it's about me and my well-being and feeling good. And it's euphoric once you're in that space of loving yourself and feeling good inside and becoming conscious aware. It's very powerful because you find freedom, and no one can take that away from you.
Welcome back to another episode on Find Joy with Joyan, the podcast that is all about helping you live and lead a life with joy. I'm your host, Joyan Chan, and every Wednesday we are giving you access to the world's best and brightest minds in their fields on our show. Listen in as these leaders impart their wisdom, inspiration, and stories to empower you to live joyfully with intention, passion, and purpose, and celebrate the struggles and overcome the challenges we may face each day with the tools and insights that we are going to share with you. Whether you are looking to improve your relationship, find your passion, learn how to embrace the present moment, deepen your spiritual connections, or learn the magic of manifestation and law of attraction to attract more abundance, this podcast is here to guide you every step of the way. As your host, I am also challenging myself to dig deeper to learn and unlearn and ride along with you. We are not here to tell you how to live your life because it is your life. But this life is all that we have right now. So my friend, why not live our life to the fullest? So I hope these conversations and stories will guide and inspire you to live your life to your highest potential and a life that you are proud of as you continue to grow and evolve in your own journey. So if you are ready to start living a more passionate, purposeful, and joyful life, join us every Wednesday on Find Joy with Joyan for inspirational stories, powerful message, fun conversations, and empowering thoughts with me and my special guests and friends. And now, without further ado, let's dive into today's episode. This episode is sponsored by Get the Law of Attraction. If you have been listening to this podcast, you will know that I am a big believer of the universe and the law of attraction. Get the Law of Attraction is a spiritual and inspirational company that gives you something really good like chocolate chip cookies to feed your soul and your mind every single day. They provide daily Instagram posts and reels on the universe, gratitude, spirituality for your headache life. They also have an educational course on the Law of Attraction and Gratitude Journal, and their links are in the show note below. Go to their website and use promo code Joyan, Joyan, when you sign up to get $25 off. Many people often find themselves trying out different techniques and methods to manifest their desires. Unfortunately, too often, these efforts are not successful. And the reason behind this is that people are unaware of their energies and the true power they have to create the life they desire. And our guests today have to find themselves in the same place. But it all changed when one day they realized that they had the free will over their energies and that they could choose to let them go or to focus on them. Today, they are mindset and spirituality and energy reading coach. They help people transform their life and live with purpose because everyone has the power to create the life they desire. So they are here today to turn you into a master creator of your own life by helping depict the reasons why you have been failing at manifesting your dream life and desires. So guys, help me in welcoming the founders of Become Your Creator, Lilian Hamdan and Rita Castro. Hi ladies, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having us. We're so excited as well. Thank you.
I am so excited because manifestation, law of attraction, and everything in between, spirituality are all my passion. My listeners know about that. I interview all the time spiritual teacher and psychic, and just like I just couldn't stop asking them question. Can't run out of question to ask them. But the first place that I want to start with you is that can you tell us more about two of you, like the story of how two of you initially met and how that led to building a business together and doing the work that you are doing today?
Rita, you
So
go ahead.
Yeah, so we will be probably more Lily will say that. So already had I have two business actually. So this is my second one. So I have created through the process of awakening. I changed kind of my Monday life and created my first business. That's when I met Lily. So she may want to go ahead and tell the story because that's how it started. To be honest.
Yeah, sure. No, I'll talk about the business side, and then Rita can go into more detail about what we do and the methods and the techniques and her gift and her abilities as well, and how she helps people. I met Rita, I would say it's almost 3 years ago right now, when I was dealing with a very, very difficult business dispute. And there's something funny about this as well. Rita could clearly see, she could see, it was like a vision that I was going to win that dispute, and she could see, because there was money involved as well, where there was a compensation for me, and she could see that exact amount in my bank account. I obviously had doubts, I was in extreme fear, I was not nowhere near where I am right now, but she could clearly see it. And the funny thing, as part of all of that, as I'm going through the whole process, she says to me, you know what, yeah, you're going to make your money and everything, but you're going to be in well-being, and you're going to be, I see you as well in retreats and helping people. And I said, what are you talking about? I'm far, far from it. I was more into very 3D job. I was in an industry, the financial services industry and real estate, that was far from this conversation. But she could see that, and she said, well, we'll talk about this, and whenever it happens. So anyways, a few months forward, I did not actually, a few weeks forward, I did get the compensation, I did win the dispute, and everything that Rita could see came true. Because what Rita saw wasn't just what was going to happen. I wouldn't call it a psychic reading at all. She could read my energies, she could see what was blocking me, she could see what I needed to do to align, and show me that it's down to me, for me to create that energy to attract and bring in this opportunity or this compensation there. And that was what was so powerful and drew me to Rita, that it was all down to me. That's what she does. She works with you to empower you and help you grow. A few months forward, I was already doing the program with her again. A lot of the alignment, removing blockages, seeing different lines. And what was so helpful with this program is that the coaching that Rita was giving me, is that every time I wanted to make a decision, she could see what multiple paths for me. And again, it was down to me which path I wanted to take. And she would say, for example, well, if you make this decision, if you go down that path, this is the outcome for you. You could achieve the outcome that you want, but you have to work on X, Y, Z. And it was so, again, it was all about going internally in me, and she was there along the journey to support me. A few years down the line, now again, I will retract a little bit before we come to here. Rita saw a very bad line for me and my family, and she warned me, and I didn't listen, because I could not believe that that was going to happen. And it was only, I think, a couple months after she saw it, it actually happened. Something to my sister, where her children were taken away from her to a different country by her ex-husband. And to me, it was surreal. And I was resisting. I kept saying to her, well, how's that possible? We've got this in place. We've got that in place. And it managed to happen. And then I introduced my sister to Rita, and Rita did the same methods to my sister, where not only through her coaching, my sister was able to manifest the children coming back. And the reason I say my sister was able to do that is because it's all down to you. That's what Rita teaches you. It's all down to you to do it. You being in alignment, you being with yourself. All she does is support and guide you and help you through the journey. Not only the children came back within a time frame that was shocking to everyone. The guy was arrested, obviously, for taking the children. My sister is a completely different person right now. She has become a manifestor herself, where again, she's in that knowing that anything she does, she knows that that's what she needs to do. And again, that's all down to the work that Rita helped her with. And I've seen it not just with my sister, I've been around other Rita's clients, because we're part of a group where we do meditation and the Kriya method that Rita can talk about afterwards. And I've seen people's lives change because of these methods and these techniques. And then I thought, you know, I think this needs to go out there more. Rita has been very successful within her business, but I think this needs to go to a much bigger level and much more global. So we had many, many discussions about how to set up, and the word "become your creator" felt right because we are part of our creator. We are our own creators of our own realities. And that's something that Rita kept repeating and repeating to me. You create your reality. Your reality does not define you. And it takes a minute for it to click. For me, it took months for it to click, but with coaching and guidance, you can become the creator of your own reality and the creator of your own life. And I'm forever grateful for having this opportunity to have gone through this coaching program. And I would love for more and more people to experience what I've experienced, what my sister have experienced, and many clients that Rita has have experienced as well. So yeah.
So yeah, that's
Wow.
how Lily came. I would like to mention something. I do
Sure.
I do need to interfere in certain people's energy. In a sister situation, I did interfere on, so I do align people. All right, okay. She was in a very difficult position. The kids were being they were abducted. All right, okay. That is the reality. They to a country that they will never recover in any shape, level,
Mhm.
form. The law there, the kids were given to the father. So a few times, not every single time, I do interfere on people's energies. All right, okay. I
Mhm.
did interfere on her energy, so I aligned her because she was in despair. I don't tend to do that. All right, okay. But the same way you come to me, I'm teaching you how to create your reality, how to navigate into the right lines. But anyone here, including yourself, you actually can manifest for someone else. All right, okay, it's many different ways of seeing stuff, but it needs to be extremely cases for us to you know if the mind is so
Interfere,
traumatized
yeah.
by the situation, then as for a sister, it was abducted. It took me 8 months. All right, because it's a quite a significant. It took me 8 months, with connecting to higher energies, connecting to spirit, or whatever we want to call, many, many, many intensive readings, reading the energy, many alignments, all right, from the beginning, they say straight away, the kids will be back and he will be arrested. And he was arrested, and what I feel the more bizarre situations, because he actually decided to come to a country that he knew was going to be arrested. How someone in a right mind will do that? No one will know. So that's what I'm saying. It's always
Mm.
something within us. The universe is always working with us, always working with us. And what seems impossible is not impossible. And a sister story, and a story, and many other client stories, to me, prove that you are the creator or the co-creator of your own reality. It is a beautiful process, actually, to be honest. Once you tap in, once you get, is actually is
Mhm.
I don't know, is I would say is heaven, and you walking in sunshine. Doesn't mean you don't have days that you may feel a little bit more down, but like I have clients now in a program that, come on, first thing you wake in the morning, look into your energy. If you're down and you have free will, you can change your energy. So I teach people to manipulate their energy or alter their energy. So you are in a state right now, the power is within you, by you choosing to be, something that is not in alignment with what you desire. So
Yeah.
we teach people to become an energetic match. But this the become your creative is slightly different now, because we have a massive team or big team, or a team that the program himself is amazing. To be honest, is a much faster pace. If it took me 8 months to bring. To help someone to manifest kids who have been abducted, to return back into their mothers and the other stuff that we're not allowed to discuss far too much. With this new program, in my view, is it will be faster.
Accelerate.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's much faster.
Mm. Mhm.
And while I was doing my research, I look at your website, and I think it was Rita in your story. I'm not sure it's your. I believe it was your story. You said you were
Mhm.
also struggling to manifest love in the past. You were also struggling with manifestations, and you studied law of attraction and other techniques for years. Doing meditation, spiritual yoga, and still nothing seemed to work, and you felt stuck. So was it your story? And I was
Yeah, yeah, my story. So, coming from a very kind of like my father's side, my family already, we have lots of rituals. There's a family rituals, very from Angola, from Africa. So I'm born in kind of that culture, certain rituals. What I didn't on that time, I was far too young to understand what was. Now I kind of, my God, it's just manifestation stuff they are doing as a family. So yes, meditate. Had all the background, religion, but not religion, so spirit background with my father's side of the family, and 20s went or teens went, nothing. I felt ugly. I must say, when I was younger, I actually felt ugly. No one could tell me. I just felt the more ugliest person ever. Everyone in my family, see how mindsets, I felt, oh, everyone's in my family so beautiful. I'm the ugliest of all. Suffered some type of abuse in my when I was a kid. Not my family, but schools and all of that. Grew up, had massive low insecurity, but still meditating, still doing this, like the spirit stuff. It's like almost Buddhism. Just doing the rituals, wake in the morning, meditate, and all of that. Was actually when I was always could read people since I remember. I have this ability to read, so I could do any readings, so that was never the issue at all. Couldn't really could see people's ahead of time, could see them manifesting mistakes, couldn't understand, my God, but you have another line. Why can you not go to the other line? I was far too young to understand that. And had all kind of like traumas, and of course it took me, it was around on my early 30s that I actually started to wake more, and I remember that I remember this, I remembered like, was it now, just now, after I decided, all right, okay, I'm going to start different meditation process, different type of like asanas, kriyas, and all of that. One day I was sitting down, I was in the sofa, I was reading a book that 2 years ago I read and I couldn't understand, didn't make sense to me, but was, I hope I can say here, was Abraham Hicks. I was reading a book, Ask and Is Given, and suddenly just happened. It literally just happened. I was sitting down and it was like I was no longer my body, not my mind, and I was observing my body and my mind going through what I was doing. It was complete separation. It was not me. I can tell it was what I'm meant to be. It was what we are, truly. And I understood for the first time ever that this body and the mind is just a vessel for this life, but the spirit, is internal. I never felt that, and it was like it was magnificent, and that's what changed my life. If I'm going to be honest, when I realized, gosh, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. But no pain. It's no pain at all. The body and the mind, is temporary vessels. All right, okay. That's why when we die, the body stays here. We bury or we do whatever is what we want to do. But here, God, it's just purity is amazing. And so my journey, kind of my biggest awakening, started from there. And then for reasons I don't know how to explain, every time I meditate, and I don't meditate more than 10 to 50 minutes a day, but every time I was meditating, I felt more and more quiet. And then I felt like my kundalini opened, my body started to rock, just like normal process that happens and all of that. I started to receive information, not the same way as your mind is thinking. It's just like I have emptiness. I felt like an emptiness, and I could see my mind going on about stuff, pa, 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 all the time, and I could understand my body was kind of the manifesting vehicle. So the mind is like a computer who records information from the beginning of your life, so you have all that recording information. And I realized, oh my God, I'm just living karmic cycles. If you want to use the word karma is not either good or bad, it's just actions. All right, okay. So I was living just karma. It was just different people in different situations. So my present moment, I started to realize, was my past, and my future was my present moment. It's just like a fascinating thing. And something happened, all right, okay, that triggered the awakening. I was very depressed, I will say depressed on that time. I didn't felt I don't know how to explain. I just felt emptiness within me. All right, okay, and I felt like I want to go back home. I want to go back home, and I didn't know if wanting to go back home was outside the UK or was I didn't know. I just felt like. This cannot be live, and don't take me the wrong way. I had, I've always been a great manifestor when it comes to have financial lives and all of that. So I couldn't complain about that. I felt emptiness. I felt really like this cannot be life. This cannot, the world that I'm seeing cannot be my reality. So yes, it was just a natural process, and that's why I teach people. You can't force this. It's a very natural process to start. And for me, it was I was doing what I was doing. I changed certain meditations. I started to do what we call techniques, to breathwork techniques, different type of breathwork techniques. Started to mix some asanas with Kundalini work. Started to experience, and created something that really worked for my body. All right, okay, and took me out of the body, and then after that. I can't even explain to you. After that, let me see if I can say. After that, reading people and helping them, that was the difference. I could read them, I couldn't help them. I didn't understand how to help them. After that becomes a natural process, and I no longer wanted to have my life that I was living from memory, from past memory. Basically, I wanted to be in a present moment. And when I entered more and more that present moment, I started to see life and a life that none of us, uh, are feeling anymore. Most of the people are not feeling. We're living in the mindset. So we are in a conscious awareness of the mind. Most of people, at least 99% of people are in the mind. And the mind only knows memory from the past, or if it's the past even a second ago. And I managed to change that and bring my conscious awareness into present moment. And the present
Mm.
moment is where is the key to manifest. All right, okay. So how do you manifest? How did I started to manifest my life very, very fast? Abundance, left a really good job, actually, to be honest, to build my first business and all of that. I wanted quiet. Lily's right. I wanted a more kind of quiet, low key type of like style, and at that time. So in order to manifest what you desire, you need to understand your energies to start. All right, okay. So I understood the process, the tool of the mind, of the body. All right, okay. So once I understood that, it became really easy to align mind, body, and soul. All right, okay. And and that once you are in alignment, you still carry on working. If I stop meditating today or do any type of techniques, believe me, I'll go back into the mind sooner or later. So I need to do that process for the rest of my life. But after that, once I kind of master alignment, may took me, I'm not going to deny, probably took me a good 3 to 6 months to understand how to align, how to understand my creation. Once I've done that part, it just came. I change my vibration. So I have the ability to change. And that's why I teach people alter your energy. You have the outcome. Don't worry as much what you're seeing on outside because that is your current vibration. Change your vibration. It just comes. I
Mm.
can't explain it away. It comes love, it comes um, opportunities for business. You live the life you desire, traveling. I started to travel a lot, started to feel really, really happy. I felt happiness. So that is my match. That's what the universe is going to give me. If I felt happiness, on that time, even by myself, I was happy. So I'm a match to the universe. They match my energy. So it's impossible to have a poor and not happy person. So money starts to come. If you're happy, I felt love within me. I felt the vibration. I felt like a flower, and everyone around me was like bees. I felt like incense of love within me. So love comes to you. Or, it's just you need to be the vibration to your outcome. So what did I learn in end? After trying many, many, many manifestations techniques, I learned that you are the outcome. So I am the outcome, not the other way around. So people trying to manifest specific outcomes, like a specific person, for example, love or money, they are not. What you see is not your specific outcome. You are the specific outcome.
Mhm.
So you need
Mhm.
to be the outcome. You need to alter your energy to become a match for what you desire in life. So, for example,
Okay, but
we have
how do we do that?
very, very easy. You align it. It takes 21 to 30 days. This is the first part of my program. All right. Okay. And this time around, we even giving a benefit to a much more quickly process because we actually have, a team,
Team,
of healers,
team, yeah.
of someone who does hypnosis. So my job is, you come to me, I will look into your energy, I read you, and I'm not joking. I just can read. It's just that I know your blockage within the first 2-3 minutes, if so. So I read your energy and I know what you are creating. Then I enter your path lines, your creations. All right, okay, infinite lines. I'm not going to go through all the lines; it's impossible. So normally, what I see is the lines that is your desires. Straight away, when I see your desires, I know you're not a match to your manifestation, because if it's a desire is an unfulfilled manifestation. You desire, you don't have
Mhm.
it. You know, that is the beginning of people understanding. So once we have people that come to me who went through many years of trying to manifest specific outcomes. All right, okay. For example, I'll give an example. I had someone that has been trying to manifest a specific outcome, not for me to think, but she was trying to manifest a specific outcome in a connection, what she believed to be a twin flame connection, for 23 years. All right, okay. She came to the program, she manifested. It was hard, all right, but she actually manifested. I think the last time she had contact with that person was around 7 or 8 years, all right, was an on and off type of connection. Within a space of, I think was quite a hard one, but within a space of 3 to 4 months, she started contact. Talking about someone who hasn't spoke with someone for 7 or 8 years, all right,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
but she needed to align, and that is that, in full. I'm reading you. This is your creation. I'm reading, whatever is the I'm seeing. So I'm reading you, and I'm seeing your creation. Your creation shows what you have right now and what you are, the line that you need to go. So if it's a message, say, do this or do that, or something like that, they don't come from me. It's conscious awareness, not my body. My body has a limit. So I'm giving you that. If you follow the information, that's what a sister done beautifully. My God, one of the best manifestos
My
I've met.
sister followed to the T. Yeah.
Right. The,
I resisted a little.
the
Yeah.
fight she has is, why did she manifest it? The more difficult, one of the more difficult manifestations, I would say, that people could encounter, is what the sister done, is, but, all right, nevertheless, so I'm saying, so they're showing me, do this action, try to do this way, think this way, look into your energy, alter your energy, do this or do that, whatever, whatever comes on that person. Everyone is different, if they actually have faith and go. I'm not telling you something that does not belong to you. It already belongs to you. It's a different
Mm.
version of you. All right, okay. Is a more stronger. Is a stronger. Is not a more. Is a stronger version of you. That person that I'm seeing, it is you. It is you in a
Mm.
different radio tune. All right, okay. So all the messages that I provide of your creation, they belong to you. I then help you match to that creation, and that could be, for the next month, you're going to need to do this specific work, breath work, or quiet the mind, or go ground into nature, whatever. In the meantime, we give you a little bit of a break, and I have the team doing the healing, creating a specific affirmation, one or two affirmations, hypnosis, or do hypnosis, whatever that helps you to get, so we break down, we help people, all right, okay, once you align, even without all of this process, it doesn't take more than 20 days. The key is consistent. All right, okay? So if I'm saying to someone, quiet the mind, just quiet the mind, you just need to sit down and bring your awareness into your natural flow of your breathing. And you quiet the mind. But the mind takes over. No, 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 no. Let me come back because this person doesn't like me and he doesn't treat. So people are not able to align. So you need to be consistent. And the problem makes you consistent because every time you come to me, I can tell you straight away if you're in alignment or not. So it's not even a point to lie to me, to say to me, oh, I have been meditating or not. I actually can see straight away. I even can,
I could vouch for that. She could tell. I'd be like, yeah, I did my meditation. No, you didn't.
I even text people. She was stubborn. I said, all right, okay. And Lily was one of the manifestors that also had one of that connection that was on and off, on and off, and off. And she probably can explain to you. She will come and say, my God, that is broken, done. Is what we call a TF connection. Done is never going to happen. I'm never going to be with you. I say, all right, okay, let me look into your energies. And I say to her, I don't even remember say to her, do you know something? The day I see that is not going to happen, you'll be the first person to know. Oh no, because the way it ended was really this way. This is when the energy level was, she was in another mindset, all right?
Yeah.
Creation was different. I said, all right, okay, let me read. I said, and I can see. I said, all right, okay. Again, I don't care how bad it sounded, that was, it's just not going to happen. And here she is. She not manifested only money or business. She manifested the love of her life, actually, to be honest,
Yeah.
in a way that,
And the way I wanted things to be, that's the most important thing. It's not that that person changed, I changed. And then whatever I was manifesting became an energy and match to my desires. And it's important to note as well, this whole journey that I've personally been through with Rita isn't just about money or love, or it's about me and my well-being and feeling good. And it's euphoric once you're in that space of loving yourself and feeling good inside and becoming conscious aware. It's very powerful because you find freedom and no one can take that away from you. And then everything else is just a byproduct of you. I know certain things right now. I know this is, I know the money, it's there for me. I know that's it. It's no longer a desire. I don't want it. It's there. That's it. The love is there. And the love and the money that comes to me or is within me is me. That's all it's down to. And that's all because of the journey that I went through with Rita. And it all started with this energy and life path reading. It's all where it started from.
So,
And it just,
because I made a point in my life after I awakened, after I manifested the life that I desire, it's something bigger than our desires. But we don't, the desires are very important to be manifested. But like Lily is now entering into that energy, is she understanding that is much more than what we actually creating? Is something there more, all right, okay, but is the type of awareness that is very difficult to express or to explain and for people to understand. It's like a different type of conscious awareness. One thing I can say is I love readings, all right, I don't have readings for myself, but I do love readings, and I love to read people. I like to read this way. I feel if you come to me as a psychic, even if you won't use that word psychic, if you come to someone and you're reading that person, my call is to help them, not to say, I know if you are creating something that is not desirable, I'm not going to, I'm going to say, it's not, you're not going to be with this outcome, but come on, any person that has the same ability as me actually knows that, by the way, you actually can change that outcome. You can.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it could be days as well. It could be like sometimes Rita would read something. I'm talking again when I was in different space or different conscious awareness, and she would say, "I'm only reading this outcome because that's your energy." And then a few days later, and she would guide me in order to alter my energy, and then the outcome would change for me. And it could be something as simple as, a little dispute at work, a little misunderstanding, with your partner, or it's magical the way you can alter the outside by altering yourself, your
why
energy.
do you
So
think so many people feel at attracting and manifesting the desire they truly want? Because I'm sure you have seen results. I'm sure you also have seen people who just didn't get it. What is the reason?
Okay, so I have to say that I have a very, very low client group that did not manifest what they want. All right, okay. So what did I notice on that people? So the desire was there. They done the what they needed to do. That was specific for them, but they were very attached. They couldn't ever
mm,
truly let go. And the moment they let go, all right, okay, they became a match to their creation, so let's say a specific person life, just as an example, that's what happened to most of the people that are done, so only can speak by experience. So the outcome came to them, but then the moment the outcome came to them, and they're no longer working with me, they went back into the lower vibration. I can't, that is the difficulty. And I had two clients that actually do not manifest what they wanted. This was actually two specific people. They wanted to manifest that specific person by choice. So by the time they got the alignment and the growth, or whatever, they look to the person and say, oh, why do I want him? That is not my choice.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So that is the kind of like results that I have. If it comes back and the person goes back into lower vibrations and then they lose again, or they come to a point and say, I feel happy. I don't need it. I don't need that outcome. So that is my kind of big failings. You can say failing outcomes. I never really had anyone, and I know sounds. I don't want to sound arrogant. I actually never had anyone who left my program who didn't felt a better energy, a better person, and. But out there, let me see out there, what do I find is wrong? Not wrong, this is not right word. What do I find is why people are struggling? I don't think people understand that the first step of of conscious, all right, manifestation is to become aligned. All right, okay, that is the first step. The second step, in my view, is you need to become conscious aware, right? You align. Once you get alignment, is a quietness in the mind and all of that. You become conscious aware. After that, you can conscious create, because we are manifesting every single second of our lives. The moment you're born on this realm, all right, okay, the moment you start to breathe, there's an important and a breath, all right, that is, we do explain a lot why you need to align your prana. The moment you are here, you're taking information, you're manifesting. We're manifesting every time. It's just all our lives is a manifestation. It's just not in tune with that. And then the desire comes. Like imagine, oh, I want more money. The moment I know a desire comes, that means, let's say the universe saying you don't have it. It's me saying I don't have it. That's why it's a desire. So if I know that I don't have it, so how do I consciously manifest it? So I went through the alignment process already. I'm conscious aware. That means I know, all right, okay, what I'm creating at this present time comes from memory. So I want to create outside that memory. I want to create something new.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you
Yeah.
cannot manifest it. So if you
Repeating. Yeah.
you're just recycling. It's a recycling. You're recycling in things. So the point, that's why Lily said you feel free. So you feel free from the mind, from that recycling, that information, that thing. The mind is a beautiful tool. We have imagination. So I know if I have a desire of wanting let's say a specific person, all right, okay, I have that in mind, when I go into conscious awareness, when I start to learn the process of conscious awareness, I become aware that it's just a repetition of my memory, all right, okay. In order to manifest that specific outcome, I cannot be that memory. So bringing that specific person into your mind, sit down and meditate, is going to take you 20, 30 times longer to manifest that specific person, actually. All right, okay, so you are aware, conscious awareness. So how do I'm going to consciously create now? So I'm going on to a step of conscious creator, So every day, this is for me, someone, so every day when I wake in the morning is a new day. All right, okay. Every moment is a reason why we sleep. All right, okay. But every day you wake is new. It's like a new life. I take
Mm-hmm.
responsibility to alter my energy if it's not a match
Yeah.
to a desire. I don't need to pick up a specific person to manifest something specific or to manifest actually a specific person. I need to alter. So every day, every single person on this planet can be born again as the gift that was giving. I think some people even say it's what they say, 5,000 or 5 million new cells or new cells within us to reprogram and all of that. So every day it is your clue. Okay, are you going to be your pastor, or are you going to alter your energy? So if I sit down here and I close my eyes, all right, okay, I'm not seeing nothing. So everything is within to start, all right, okay, and I put my awareness, into the natural flow of my breathing. and I allow that 1 minute, 2 minutes, the moment it clicks, the moment I'm that present moment, I can feel is a pleasure, is alive. You feel liveness. It's not you. You feel alive within us. Then, if I want a specific thing, when I'm in the present moment, with the energy being in the present moment, if it's put through the breath work, through the body, if I want to put my awareness into my hands, all right, okay, then once I'm in that present moment, even if it takes me 5 minutes, then I bring what I want, that energy that I desire into my present moment energy. That's where I can create.
Mhm.
You create from present moment. You can't create from the mind. The mind only repeats your energy of the past. So you need to be in within that moment. In that present moment, you are alive with everything and everyone. Time does not exist. All right, okay? Just
Mhm.
moment. The universe does not exist in a past or in a future. God or the universe, spirit, whatever we want to call, only exists in one moment, the present. And everything is now, 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 now. Every second is already the past. So now, 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 now. So you are teaching people to
Yeah.
connect the energy into that present moment. When you are connected in the present moment, you're connected to everyone and everything. You become the creator of your reality. All right, okay? That is a much better and faster technique than sit down here. Maybe a meditation who says to me, bring this specific person or do this specific money or you are a billionaire and all of that. I'm not saying they don't work. They do work. All right, okay? It takes much longer process and then does not work with everyone. So the key to manifest is one present moment, and everyone
Mm.
has the ability to get.
Conscious awareness. I like
Yeah.
the, yeah. Rita uses the word conscious awareness a lot. Just be aware, and it's really that. Be consciously aware of your thoughts. And I just want to say, because I've gone through this journey again. Rita mentioned about letting go. It was the reason I resisted to letting go is because simply that was what was that's what I was used to. It's like eating, I don't know, chocolate. Eating a lot of chocolate will make you, gain weight, but that's what you're used to. That's a habit. And it was more comforting for me to hold on to the memories of the past that were no longer serving me than to let them go. It required new habits, new ways, new thought process,
Mm,
new awareness as well, a new level in order for me to progress and grow and let go of the past, or else I was still stuck there.
mm.
And that's the reason people fail to manifest. They're still hanging on to what is comfort and familiar, but that's no longer serving you anymore.
Because we are conditioned. I mean, that's our belief.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's a condition, exactly that. Yeah, and like what Rita. Yeah, sorry. Go
You
ahead,
know,
Rita.
do
Yeah.
you know something? The problem we have is I think, yes, we are conditioned. We are very conditioned by, let's call it program. All right, okay. It doesn't really matter how many names we can give, but the point is,
Mm.
I could come to you and say, "Let me heal your past." The past is the past. I'm telling you, it's a much
Yeah,
farther way.
it doesn't
Not
exist.
there.
Yeah.
You can spend,
Mm.
yes, we do healing and all of that, but just to give you a little bit more a fast kind of approach. The point is, you are your creator. You, right? Okay. Only you can bring yourself into the present moment. I can't do it for
Mm.
you. You bring yourself into the present moment. So now, and this when you finish, when we finish this, you know that the key to consciously manifest what you desire only exists in one moment. Is only one moment in the universe. Is the present moment. Present, 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 present. So you start to understand that your mind, that is, I love someone, I want so much to be that person because only him makes me happy. I know straight away, that my mind is in the past. There's not many suffering, all right, okay? Any suffer that I'm doing, it is me causing my own suffering. No one can cause me suffering. It's my creation. Even if someone left me, it is my creation. Now see the beautiful of all right, okay? You can change that. I have the power to
Mhm.
change my creation. Is that the easy process? No, it's not. Not when we low. All right, okay. Not when we are, and that is why we created this type of coaching. So people who are not there can become like me, or hopefully, I'm going to be honest with you, much bigger. than what I feel. Who knows it? All right, okay, So we have programs there that help people, but we also have a lot of information that confuses. All right, okay. So especially with uh, um, um, I just feel like the process is getting a little bit. Um, it's far too much information. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just it's a simplicity in manufacturing.
Overwhelming. Yeah. It's getting
I
overwhelming.
think people are getting overwhelmed by the information because they're getting far too much information, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But I very rarely quote. So I read many. I read, I don't, I tend not to read, but every information from spirituality to religion to whatever you want to name. But let's look into spirituality and religion. Every information you learn is one in common in all of them: quiet your mind. And what is quiet your mind?
Mm.
Meditate, or pray, or mantras, all right. All of that process, every single from spirit process to religion process, they have in common. Quiet your mind. So the information, the biggest information is out there. Quiet. What is quiet your mind? Is literally you aligning. Allow yourself, allow the universe to speak to you, if you want to say that way, and so it's not that difficult, but what becomes difficult is
It's
when
very difficult.
uh, no, not at all. I'll tell you something, is not at all.
No, honestly,
You
no.
know, and please do. We will offer you a reading, all right, if you are interested, so you can sense that. When I read someone, it's no longer me, all right, okay. Not my body, not my mind. I'm quiet enough to receive information. If you put your awareness where energy goes, where awareness goes or where focus goes, energy flows. So if my focus, that is my awareness, is in this person left me, I don't have money, or whatever I want to say, because this is what my 3D is showing, that's what I'm asking for. I'm just asking. I'm on the same radio. That person will not come to me, and I will not create any money at all. And no one, nothing that I see outside of me has power unless I gave them power. All right, okay. So I'm
Yeah.
giving my
Yeah.
power to, let's say, someone, to a specific person not to want to be with me. All right, okay. I'm giving that power to them because I'm just saying I want to be with you, but you don't love me, or you don't like this, or you that, and all of that. So I'm creating that. The mind is insane. Can I be honest with you? Our mind
Right.
is insane. Our mind, I'm gonna laugh because this thing, your mind, my mind, every mind, the mind is there. When I say quiet, the mind is the ego, will always be there. The mind is destructive. The mind is your enemy. Will say you're fat, you're ugly, no one loves you, you don't have money. This is me, my mind, the one that should be my best friend. All right, okay. That's what people they don't get. You create your own suffering. Our minds are insane. I don't know why. I kind of know, but let's not go into that. So our minds is insane. So alignment is what other people they speak here is reaching emotional stability. All right, okay. So you need to change that concept. And I'm telling you, it does not take more than 3 weeks. The moment the mind receives new information, the body will not know any difference. So the mind, all right, you put new information, new memory. So you do that for a period of 2 or 3 weeks. The body, all right, okay, that is what manifests, let's say this way. So the mind receives the process, is like an image. The body feels the emotion, all right, okay. So either I feel happy, so I bring a specific person, I feel really, really, really great, makes me feel amazing, I feel the love, just as an example. That becomes my state of being, all right, okay. But because the mind lost the ability to be in a present moment, all right, okay, is constantly receiving information from the past. Oh, but he left me, and the moment I remember that memory, my state of being start to change, and now I feel sad. So we suffer.
Mm.
Most of people, all of us suffer from emotion. We are not stable. There's no stability in the mind at all. So quieting the mind is like first time it happened to me. God, I felt like that was my first program that I actually created. I felt like I came out of a prison. I just felt like free.
Mhm.
All right,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
consent.
It's a trap. Yeah.
3 weeks. It takes 3 weeks, sorry, 3 weeks for you to get that beginnings of alignment, you know. So who's
Mm.
going to win, you or your mind? That is the question. So who are you going to let win? Your mind? When you have the power to manifest, are you actually going to let a mind talk to you that says that you're ugly, fat, too slim, too, I don't know,
Mm.
whatever you want to say? Is that the mind that loves you? Is that a healthy mind? You know, yeah, that says that no one wants to be with you, rejects from work, that specific person doesn't love you, never going to make money. That's your mind. And I'm not saying you're specific. That's the mind of most people cannot manifest.
Mm-hmm.
We are manifesting. We're manifesting the opposite. We're manifesting what we are asking. That is that mindset. So my mind, does not win me. I sometimes speak to her. All right, okay, I say enough is enough. She sometimes comes and say, don't remember,
Yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
father left you. You were only 12 years old. Don't forgive him, and things like that. It's true, right? Okay. And I just say, okay, just quiet, just stop talking far too much. Let me go. So I talk. I needed
Yeah.
to talk with the mind. So when we look like that, and the way the mind process goes, doesn't make you see, that actually the mind is lost control, is no control. So you living, so they most of our conscious awareness, lots of people having awakenings. I think the world is awakening, and we will be changing at some point. Maybe not my century, but in centuries to come, But we are coming out from the mind awareness. So most of us are living in a mind awareness. It's called the mind awareness. But as you probably have realized, have you never noticed that your conscious awareness has now changed? This is now your reality. You'll be attracting people like us into your world, but it's still people from your world, from this realm, that live a different conscious awareness, completely different from ours. We are so lucky. Even if you're not
Mm-hmm.
manifesting what you desire, even if anyone here will listen to this, even if they don't have yet what they desire, your conscious awareness is at the growth. So you're no longer
You've
old
grown.
awareness. People who are in old awareness, they have no understanding of conscious manifestation. They never heard about it. All right, okay. And this information about conscious manifestation and all of that has been here for centuries. All right, okay, centuries and centuries. So you probably realized, Joanna, when you had your first awakening and information started to come, was new to you, wasn't it, about this manifestation? Have you heard about manifesting when you were like a teen, when you were 10
No.
years old? Have you heard when you were in your, can you see? You jump your conscious awareness. All right, okay? So you no longer live on the old awareness. Now, can you imagine when you jump more and more and more and more?
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
get into places that the mind will say, you even explain that to someone because they're just going to say you are just insane from your mind. So what I'm saying to you is we are so lucky. Everyone that is in our, on a conscious awareness that are understanding or heard about manifesting, they already have more than anyone who's in a lower awareness state. So you are awakening, all right, okay? Now you need to learn after awake what is my first step. And I'm telling you, the first step is alignment.
Mm.
Don't even jump. Let me manifest. That's why we receive people who have been trying to manifest specific outcomes, for like 2, 3 years. And then they come to us and boom, within a couple of months, they manifest, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, that is we are very lucky.
A little bit on a point that Rita mentioned about forgiveness, and because you were asking earlier, Joanne, how do I let go? How do I manifest? Something I learned with Rita, once I forgave and practiced gratitude and appreciated, if someone's done me wrong, or if I didn't agree with a situation that happened in my past, that's how it was removed. It was let go. I forgave it. I appreciate it. I was grateful that I experienced it, but it no longer defines me, and I let it go. That's the first step in letting go and starting to align with yourself, at least with my journey, with what I
Yeah.
experienced. So
I
yeah.
believe, yeah, the first step is to forgive. And I know most of my listeners, maybe they are listening to this, many of them are listening to this right now, and they might be thinking, okay, so what do I do now? Like, I'm aware of all this information. I receive all this information. I'm lucky, but what do I do? Because I have to do something, right? You have to take action. It's not like things just gonna manifest, right? It's not gonna happen. It's still gonna take aligned action. So for my listeners, can you offer just one, because I always want to leave them with one actionable step. Can you offer them one actionable step that they can do right now, not tomorrow, but right now, other than booking the reading with you? But what is one simple action they can do to achieve alignment and move closer to becoming a manifester?
Right now, the best thing people can do is to be aware of your breath. Just be aware of your breath. When was the last time that you are actually aware of your breath? Awareness. I'm giving you a very simple technique.
I
Just
love
get
it.
aware. Bring awareness. Bring your awareness into the present moment. So get aware. If people can, anyone that is listening today, if they can, every single day as they wake in the morning, and they go to bed, if they desire to do that, become aware of your natural flow of the breathing. Just do that. Let the body, let the process be natural. You don't need to force nothing. Just allow your awareness to go into the now. All right. And the simple technique is become aware of your breath. Another technique is you can go and wash your hands. When was the last time that you actually wash your hands and felt the water going through your hands, the soap, and all of that? Just become conscious awareness of now. If you can do that, 1 minute a day is memory. You're creating new memory, and your body will want more. And then will be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then one day what you realize is, oh my God,
It becomes you then. It becomes part of you. Yeah.
why give you something so complicated when it's so simple? All right, okay. The only so awareness. Just become aware. Don't worry about 20 minutes manifesting. None of my clients who come, especially if they have um, um, you know a loss of resistance. I'm not going to ask someone to meditate for 20 minutes or 10 minutes. I'll say meditate for 1 minute. Actually, that's what I say let's start with 1 minute, with me. Bring your awareness into the now. Then I will do whatever needs to be done. Why would I, with so much resistance, all right, and suffering, all right, okay, because no one, even if I'm saying to you, we cause our own suffering. I was in a position in the past that that information will mean nothing to me. All right, okay, because I felt suffering, and because the information meant nothing to me, I was stuck in a cycle of suffering. All right, okay, and if I knew what I knew now, of course, would have been an easy path for me. All right, okay. So it does not need to doesn't need to be difficult. So if your listeners could just bring for 1 minute or 30 seconds the awareness that is creation, the awareness into the present moment, either through breath, a part of the body, or action. All right, okay. They will start to put new memory. Are you going to stop suffering today? No, you're not. All right, okay. If that is your mindset, but for 1 minute, you actually weren't suffering anymore, and then you start.
And I just want to say, yeah, sorry, go ahead, go
No,
ahead.
no,
I just want to say, take that message with no doubt. Because I've been on the other end, and every time I used to hear messages in the past, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, well, what do you mean?" But no, just take it without doubt. That's your message. Exactly
Yeah.
that. Don't think about it. Don't bring in any past memories or resistance. That's it.
Mm,
Breathe. Focus on your breath, and
I
that's
love
it.
that.
let me
Yeah.
just say something so people can understand. I work on people's vibration. Right. I'm talking today with two people here that the awareness has growth, conscious awareness. You have the growth, both of you guys here. But that is not my job. My job is to connect into whatever is the conscious awareness. And your technique will be different than someone that will be in a much lower state. All right, okay. I will not
Mhm.
talk like this to start because the person may can hear me, but she will not be able to get it. All right, okay. So that is the beautiful of the service that I can provide. In my view, is I need to match. I'm reading their energy. I'm creating something that
Yeah.
works for that specific person. That's why sometimes I believe certain things, they don't go fast or they don't work fast. I had people, I'm very humble to say that came to me, and they were, they had therapy, they had counselors, they had this, and they done 3 months, and they say, my God, I haven't gone to the counselor. This is not me, and I'm not a counselor, all right? Okay, this is not me doing that. Hey, I match the vibration. Is your creation. I'm just allowing you to see your creation and allow you to match into the vibration that you desire without overwhelming you with a huge amount of process of affirmations, meditations, and all of that, because your energy is like a tune. Like I explained in the beginning, I was reading that book. Then when I had my first big awakening, I read that book 2 years ago, and I couldn't understand nothing. I was like, what you mean by doing this, doing that, And then that day I was reading, boom, right, okay. All the information that you hear me say today is out there, everywhere. Have you not noticed, even the highest spirit people, that we can follow or not follow, we're not saying nothing that is not out there. It belongs there, it's been there from the beginning, we just take time to interpret it, So I find so Lily and I, Lily was an example that for her to, she's a great manifestor, but her took like a good, let's say, 1.5 years to really conquer all a thing. But she went through many different processes. And then we have someone like a sister in a very, very, very difficult situation who manifested what she wanted in 8 months. And I tell you something, bravo to her, because to manifest the kids who have been abducted, that is not easy manifestation in any shape. So what was the
It takes years. It takes years to
no,
bring.
I don't
Yeah.
think they will ever receive,
Mm.
But what is the difference between Lily and a sister? Same household, same family, raised in a different way. All right, raised in the same way. So a sister switch off. So she has the ability,
Mm.
natural ability to go into the present moment, but she wasn't doing that until I needed to read the specific thing for her that I'm not going to mention here. But the moment she realized that past outcome was why she felt so much, let's say, guilt and made her life in a way that she didn't want it. She needed, I tapped in, all right, okay, of a memory that she actually did not want to recall. Okay, so that thing, she released her. She forgave her. That's what we say, forgave her. With Lily Kai, she had more. She took a little bit more because her resistance was more because she was the provider of the family. All right, so she had more in the shoulders, And once you become that provider, you have more responsibility. So she needed to allow herself a biggest release that we spoke many, many times for her was you're not responsible for everyone and everything. That is called
Mhm.
control, actually, to be trying to control everyone's outcome. But we don't see as control because the moment we use the word controller, we feel like, oh, what do you mean by control? I'm not that control. But was that. So she needed to release and let go. All right, okay, So,
This is everyone's responsibility I was taking, especially during my sister's case, because I really wanted my sister to focus on manifesting the children back and focus on aligning and healing herself. I was taking all the logistics of the case, all the money, everything. The burden was on me, so it was much more difficult for me to align, to manifest, let's say, or align, or whatever I was going through that journey. So yeah,
for
sorry,
her
go ahead.
own journey, because she felt responsible for everyone around her. All right, okay. But deep down,
Mm.
she needed to understand, no, you're not responsible. You're actually control. Can you see the difference of energy? It's only words. I read energy. So if I tap into you, I read your energy. All right, okay. I need to read. Sometimes I feel like, it's just amazing. But I read. It's a tune, or I can read, and then I translate whatever is your energy. For Lily, it's some words that we're never going to ask. We're not going to like to say because we assume. I'm saying your energy deep down, is controlled. You're trying to control every outcome. Of course, she's trying to control because she wants the well-being of everyone, but still control. So what that does is it lowered her energy, because she felt like responsible for everyone and didn't allow her to manifest what she desired. And that energy was not just about the family; she had about a relationship, right? Not control, less, not the same type of energy, not control, but still control. All right, okay. She had with work, still wanted to control how things they go. It was exhausting Lily. All right, okay, and the day that she felt that she actually let go of that energy, what you become, what you needed to be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. Just be vulnerable. Open your heart
And trust,
and
yeah,
trust.
and
You're not
trust.
going to get by trying to control your outcome. You're getting from something that is within us and all around us. All right, okay. The universe is always within us and around us. All right, okay. We only can see our inner reflection. Everything I'm seeing outside here is within me, but everything around me is the universe. Even now, around, okay, everything here is energy, 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 energy. This is that. Spice. We have 5 elements. And that is another thing we explain in coaching of the 5 elements: the water, the air, the fire, blah, blah, blah. And then you have spice, that is the 5th element. Creation, spice, everything around me is energy. I can't, if I'm trying to change an outcome that is matter, if I'm trying to change a man, to behave the way I desire him to be, oh, God Lord, it's going to take God Lord, centuries, if never. If I try to change within, can you see how easy it is? I'm trying to change an outcome because I want him to come home early, just as an example, or behave a certain way, go to whatever, become more spiritual, do this, do that, do that. That is me trying to control a 3D. I'm never going to achieve nothing at all. So I try, what can I change so easily? Within,
You.
you know. And
Yeah.
A lot of messages for your audience today. A lot of messages for your
I
audience,
know,
but
because there's a famous quote that says, if you want to change the world, you got to change yourself first, right? Change yourself first.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm learning a lot. I'm enjoying so much about, oh my God, this is like a conversation that I couldn't stop talking to you, ladies. We're going to have part two. I hope so. We're going to have our part two in the future. And thank you so much for being here and sharing so abundantly with us today. Tell my listeners where they can find you online.
so they can go on becomeyourcreator.com, www.becomeyourcreator.com. We're actually at the moment offering a free guide of the 3 reasons why people are failing to manifest. And it's basically an outline of what Rita has been discussing this whole time. Once they download the free guide, they're taken to the next page to read more about Rita, obviously, about us, and book a reading, the energy and life path reading, which what I mentioned is where I started from and where all of Rita's clients started from, energy and life path reading, for Rita to read your energies, read your path lines, and help and guide you for the right methods that are tailored to you. We have it on offer right now, very limited offer right now, $7, but we are it is going to change very, very soon because of the demand we're having on it. We can't keep it for $7 because it's worth, Rita sells it for $450. Usually, it's worth a lot more than $7. But we're having a very special offer right
Right.
now.
All
Yeah.
right, guys. I hope you love and enjoy this episode and learn how to manifest more love, health, and abundance. Go follow Become Your Creator. Go to their website, download the free guide, book your reading for $7 only today. You can find all the links in the show note below. If you want to learn more about what I do, connect with me. Go to my website and follow us on Instagram at @FindJoyWithJoyan_podcast. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And I will always leave you the same way as I leave you with every other episode. Show up. The world needs you and you need you. Thanks for listening, and I wish you all a joyful and amazing day ahead.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Thank you again for tuning to Find Joy with Joyan podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, you can help support this podcast in one of 3 ways. 1. Take a screenshot of this episode and share it on your IG story and tag me at findjoyjoyan_podcast so I can repost and connect with you. 2. Share this podcast with a friend or a family member. And 3. Leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts so we can continue to grow and reach more listeners worldwide. Make sure you also subscribe so you don't miss out on any episode coming Wednesday. Thanks for being here, and I will see you soon in the next episode.